Do you ever look at your subscriber count and wonder why it's not moving? Well, I've been there. It took me an entire year to reach 1,000 subscribers, but back then I was doing it all wrong. That's because I fell into the trap of behaving like a small YouTuber when I should have been acting like a bigger channel right from the start. And since that point, I've managed to grow from 1,000 to 100,000 in way less time. So by avoiding my mistakes, you can get to 1,000 subscribers in just a few months. And I'm also going to reveal how I gained 95,000 subscribers by uploading one type of video. Back when I first started, I had the wrong mindset. I was solely focused on gaining subscribers when I should have been focusing on a much more important metric. That's right, to grow your subs, you need to focus on getting as many views as possible. Every single viewer on your videos is a potential subscriber. So to get your channel off the ground, you need to be focusing on finding video ideas and concepts that almost guarantee you views. But how do you do that? Well, like I said, you need to start behaving like a bigger creator. Huge channels like MrBeast seem like they're coming up with unique and original ideas for every single upload, but I promise you that's just not the case. Take any video from his channel, type that same concept into YouTube, and you'll see that there's a ton of variations on the same idea which all have a decent amount of views. So this stranded at sea concept clearly works for a lot of channels, including a Yes Theory video from 4 years ago, which was actually before MrBeast's one. It's the same concept, they have an amount of time in the title, and the thumbnail has a raft surrounded by the threat of sharks. So I'm willing to bet that MrBeast was inspired by this video for his own upload. Now, I'm not saying that he stole the content directly, because a lot of people have made videos like this even before Yes Theory, but what he did do was make a bigger and better version of a successful idea by putting his own spin on it, making the length of time at sea longer, the thumbnail is cleaner and more intriguing, and that's actually how YouTube tends to work. Audiences love recognizable concepts. I actually took this way of thinking and put it into action on my channel, and it's still my most popular upload. This video about buying fake subscribers is something that hundreds, maybe thousands of YouTubers have done before, but I put my own spin on it and it really helped to kickstart the growth on my channel. Another example of this is a channel called Jack Craig. He makes videos about YouTube automation that were really blowing up last year. And if you search for that same topic now, look how many other people have been inspired by his titles and thumbnails, and they're still getting views. But when someone likes your idea and clicks on your video, the work really begins. So don't mess up your intro. Once someone clicks on your thumbnail, you essentially have 5 seconds to convince them to carry on watching, or it's over. Because if they don't, the retention graph for your video will look something like this. A steep drop like this in the first 5 to 10 seconds means that people are leaving the content right away, and this is an actual example from one of my early videos. And if YouTube sees a reaction like this, they'll most likely stop recommending the video. So how do we convince more people to stay? Think of it like this: your potential viewers are scared of clickbait, so within the intro of your video, you need to reassure them that they've made the right choice by clicking on your video. We already know that this MrBeast video has a great title and a thumbnail, but when I click on it to watch, he finishes the job that the packaging started. The video is called 7 Days Stranded at Sea, and this is the intro.
We are now stranded on a raft in the middle of the ocean. And there goes our boat. We are now stranded for 7 days.
See how he immediately shows us that the title isn't clickbait and we're getting exactly what we signed up for. And once I recognized this, I did the exact same thing with my fake subscribers video. There's the title, and here's the intro. I paid for 1,000 fake YouTube subscribers to see if I could get monetized in 2022. This part of your video is known as the hook, because you literally want to pull people into your content, and it's even more important now than ever before. In 2024, previews now pay on the homepage when you hover your mouse over a video, so your hook is almost like a second thumbnail. But don't stop there. Do everything you can to not put people off your video right from the start. Don't make your intro too long, don't introduce yourself right at the start, make sure the audio quality is good, make sure the background music isn't too loud, get straight to the value and reassure people that they haven't made a mistake by clicking on you. Here at Veed, we realize that people don't want long drawn out tutorials over on our studio channel. They want videos that get right into it, so we gave them what they wanted. And if you do the same, I promise they will thank you for it, and they might even subscribe as well. These are all very small, simple things that you can do to make sure that graph flattens out and people keep watching. But getting people to watch for 5 seconds obviously isn't enough. So how do we keep people watching for the entire video? Well, don't stop adding intros. When you're writing your video script or outline, you're obviously going to start with that killer hook, but that's not the only intro you're going to write. You then need to tease what's coming up in the rest of the content, which is actually something that I already did at the start of this video. Did you notice? A line like this gives a reason to carry on watching, and you really should, by the way. But throughout your script, you're going to want to have several more intro style moments peppered throughout it, and these are known as curiosity loops. Your main intro tells the audience what's going to happen in the video, which hopefully pays off at the end, but curiosity Curiosity loops are extra questions or twists that you can introduce to keep the audience engaged by paying them off as well. A curiosity loop can be a subplot in a MrBeast video where a side challenge is introduced that you didn't necessarily expect. In a travel vlog about climbing a mountain, the hikers might run out of water and need to detour to find some. It's some drama that you didn't expect, but it keeps you engaged in the story. They can even just be sub-questions that need answering. Introduce some nuggets of information, introduce some relevant questions, and answer them as you go. These small dopamine hits for your audience will keep them engaged throughout the video and make sure those graphs stay nice and flat. And YouTube really is a retention game, so when it comes to editing, you might think that fast-paced videos are just the way to go, but that's not necessarily the case. So don't feel like you need to edit like MrBeast. He cuts his videos very, very fast, changing up the shot or angle almost every second, but he also has a very young audience. And every different audience has a different expectation depending on what content they watch. They can also just have different expectations of different channels. When I was first getting started, I watched a lot of different content from within my niche just to study how they edit their videos. I studied the pacing, and I basically replicated that for my own channel because that's what the audience is going to expect. And every niche is going to be slightly different. You might notice that personal development or finance channels will be slower paced, but the videos still get views because the information is valuable and presented in a clear way. That's what they want. Podcasts are super popular, and these are just conversations that can go on for hours with minimal editing. So try to learn what your audience likes, get the results, and repeat the editing style that works. And remember, your title and thumbnail feeds into this expectation too. If your thumbnail looks like a MrBeast video, then it should probably be paced like one as well, because that's what people will expect. And once you've found a formula with your titles, with your thumbnails, and your editing style that's working and getting some views, don't change things up too much. The most successful channels on YouTube have an audience that just expects a certain type of content. When you're first starting out, it can be very tempting to try out lots of different topics or even completely different niches, which is absolutely fine when you're just figuring things out, but when it comes to growing an audience fast, you need to build on expectancy. A big mistake that I made was not making another video like my fake subscribers video right away. Once I saw it was getting more views than normal and people were liking it, I should have made a fake watch time video the next week, just to piggyback on that traffic. If your audience knows what to expect from every upload, they're more likely to watch your next video. You should even try making videos that are roughly the same length. So if you make 8-minute videos and they're doing well, you should try and aim for that same duration for the rest of your uploads. Now, I can hear some of you saying right now, Ryan, I'm doing all of these things already and I'm still not getting any views. Well, in that case, I think I know your problem. The fact is that you could have a cool title, a great thumbnail design, and an amazingly edited video, but if the actual idea doesn't interest people, all of that other stuff is pointless. So again, look at other channels within your niche, see what's working with their titles and ideas, and adapt them. It can also be very tempting to go super niche with your content, which can sometimes work, but generally speaking, you want to go for those ideas that appeal to a broader audience. It's just going to help you grow faster. I made what I thought was a really fun video about clickbait thumbnail faces, but it didn't get that many views. And that's because as a topic, it's just a little bit too niche compared to something like buying fake subscribers. But the truth is, when you're first starting out, you won't always get the best ideas. You won't always make the best quality of content either, and everyone makes mistakes, but that shouldn't stop you from posting videos anyway. It is a huge mistake to be a perfectionist on YouTube. I fell into that trap and it stopped me from posting enough videos to grow even faster. This study from vidIQ shows that it takes around 150 videos to get to 1,000 subs. So by uploading videos anyway, you'll naturally get closer and closer to your goal. If you obsess over quality and never upload, you'll also never grow. When really you should just focus on uploading anyway and making every video slightly better than the last. That's how you become a good YouTuber. Now, we do need to quickly talk about the scariest word on YouTube. The algorithm. A lot of people tend to overcomplicate what the YouTube algorithm actually does, but really it's quite simple. It's just designed to show you videos that you're interested in. That's it. So play into that. You may as well just call the algorithm your audience, because if you're not getting recommended, it's because people haven't been enjoying your previous videos. If you label your titles and descriptions clearly and accurately with keywords related to your topic, you're giving YouTube a lot of information. And good keywords really do work, even when you're first getting started. A new channel has no authority, so by ranking in search results, you essentially force YouTube and Google to show your content to people. This should also help get it to the right audience, which will make your retention better, because people are actively searching for the topic of your video. And again, in 2024, YouTube is looking at whether people watch more than one of your videos. So try to look for related keywords or ideas for your next upload. And you can also help with this during your outro. Instead of just saying something like thanks for watching or subscribe, you should be giving your audience a reason to watch another one of your videos instead. Find a piece of content that you want to push, preferably a video that ties in nicely with the one that you're already recording. Don't use phrases like finally or I hope you found this video helpful. Don't say anything that makes it sound like the video is wrapping up. Take a look at this retention graph from one of my early videos where the outro was way too long. People knew the video was ending way before it actually was. Instead, introduce a new curiosity loop that will only be closed if they watch the next video. And I'm going to do that exact thing right at the end of this video. But first, there is actually one specific way that allowed us to grow from 1,000 subscribers to 100,000 subscribers in less than a year. A method that got us tens of millions of views. And I think if we started posting videos like this right from the start, we would have got to 1,000 subscribers in just a few months. So if you want to get 1,000 subscribers fast, make shorts. Now, I know what you're thinking, shorts aren't a big secret or anything, but hear me out. Unlike long form videos, even with just basic titles and descriptions, shorts normally get shown in the feed, which means your exposure is much higher than normal videos. They're also quicker to make, they're much easier to make into a high quality product, and the results are huge. But there is something else you need to know about shorts. A shorts audience is very different from an audience based around long form videos. They are most likely a very different age group and have very different attention spans. They also have different loyalties. Shorts get a huge amount of views and subscribers, but it's unlikely that those viewers will watch your longer videos as well. They subscribe for shorts only. So if you just want to grow a channel really fast, you should make shorts, but just be aware of the drawbacks. You might end up becoming a shorts channel, which is fine if that's what you're aiming for. Not all subscribers are created equal, and taking shortcuts can sometimes hurt your channel. So for us in 2024, we're going to focus less on shorts and more on long form videos to try and build up that long form community. But if you're thinking of making shorts for your channel, you're going to want to hear this. I made a viral YouTube short in less than 5 minutes using one mind-blowing AI tool. If you're a beginner, you're going to want to check this out because it's going to save you a hell of a lot of time making content for your channel.